queen b3 we saw. Now this move, rook to c1. Quick wrinkle as he's testing it now for the third time.
And it looks like Maxime is actually thinking, which
Queen
is
b3 and knight e5, something else. So rook c1's the new move.
the natural
Queen
queen
a5,
a5,
queen
queen
b3. And again, ideas of bishop c4,
Bishop b4.
a queen f5,
And now he's played a bad move,
queen f5.
putting his queen on the wrong side of the board. And look at these pawns. He was dreaming, was Nakamura, of getting this kind of position. Now suddenly his pawns have marched up the board, and the queen on the h file looks a little bit suspect.
Very, very much so. What is the queen doing here? But now, on the other hand, those of you who do play the Grunfeld will be very delighted to see that the pawn on d4 has lost the protection of its colleague. Still, I love White's position.
just
here.
because that weird queen, right? Like it's not
Exactly.
coordinating with the rest of the army.
Yeah, maybe the knight on d. If you were to replace the queen and the put the black queen on d7, put the black knight on h5, and I think you probably got a decent position. Rook d8.
Sounds like a good
rook
game of
e1.
chess. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. But this queen on h5, keep in mind too that the knight on d7 is not ideal. But should the knight leave, there's the potential of rook c5, and that could be very awkward. That's why the knight on d7 has been hanging around.
By the way, isn't there something like a king h2, g4, bishop d2 nastiness he has to worry about also? And bishop is on d2
And
now.
a5, bishop d2 been played.
And
wow.
isn't that queen just looks one step away from dropping?
And he's played a4.
Trying to dislodge this queen, but okay,
Queen d1.
I didn't understand why you don't play queen b4, at least provoking bishop f8, and then playing queen b1 or queen b2. But queen b1 immediately was Hikaru's.
And then as
This
Maurice
is
pointing
disastrous.
It looks terrible. Rook c8.
Can king h2 be played?
King
What do you do?
King h2.
He's played bishop to e2.
Similar
Same idea.
of just
That queen
this queen looks
ridiculous.
Where did she go? How did she
I mean,
get
at the moment, the knight doesn't really get it done because the queen has h4. Wait a minute, but then.
But can we also play g4 and knight g5?
Well, I like just knight e5 and knight takes c6.
Right, that's more positional, but king h2 was much more dangerous.
King h2 and g4 may have provoked f5. King h2, g4.
So wait, you're saying knight g5 is not as big of a threat because of
no,
what?
I think knight g5 is a very serious threat. Sorry.
You're saying if he prevents that in some way.
Now he's come out of the opening with a horrible position, has Maxime, and he's busted. This
Well, assume
position is
h6
busted.
for a second.
No, you can't.
He's played bishop f6.
Bishop f6.
Okay, so after bishop f6, he wants to play knight g5, maybe bishop takes g5, bishop h5, bishop takes d2, and we're getting a lot of wood there, guys.
Not enough, it looks like.
No,
You're gonna be
Well,
down a piece.
no, we're getting two.
Bishop g5.
We've gotten two pieces,
bishop
but
h5, bishop
I'm
takes
winning,
d2.
I'm winning an exchange on either e1 or c1. So, but that's just a rook and minor piece. For
Yeah,
Louis.
okay.
There's a win. There's
Not
a win.
enough.
There's a straight win.
Okay.
Rook c6. Surprise, surprise.
Rook
Is
c6.
winning by force.
Ooh,
This
and
is
then
a
knight
puzzle
e5?
position.
Is that what you're saying?
Rook c6.
Pawns to take c6, knight e5, and knight d7.
I'll do it here. Rook c6.
Right.
Pawn takes. Knight h2.
Whoa.
The queen is completely trapped.
Oh my gosh.
You must play queen h4. You have no other move.
Right.
g3. You must take. You have no other move.
And bishop
g4.
g4.
Give me your queen.
Oh my.
resign.
Oh my.
That's a puzzle rush.
That's a puzzle. That's not puzzle. That's a hard one. Rook c6 wins the game.
So wait,
Rook
why
c6.
do we have to preface it with
Because
rook
your
c6?
e4 pawn is hanging. When knight g2, queen h4 hits the pawn.
Right,
on
right,
e4.
right.
So kill the bishop, move the knight, and you're done.
And
So
does move order matter?
knight
Could we start with
h2?
knight h2?
Knight h2 looks like it can be played
And
as
then
well.
after queen h4, then rook c6?
Same idea.
Same plan. Oh
But-
boy, Nakamura's going in for a think. Is he going to see
Because
this?
he.
But there's so many tempting lines here, yeah. They all
Oh.
look so good.
I mean,
doesn't
if
knight g5 and knight e5 also look good? So
No,
this-
knight
Oh,
h2
right.
does it also. Knight h2
Knight
wins,
h2 first.
wins
yes?
as well. He sees it.
Yeah.
He will find this knockout punch and be the champ. That's my feeling.
Well, if you find it in that fashion, you sure
deserve
it. That's,
yeah.
That is a very.
this
By the
to
way,
finish
that
it off.
engine bar
It's
on
just-
my My board is the first time.
He didn't see it. He didn't see it. Oh no!
Oh no! This is the other line. Sorry, I have to go back and forth. I have my board on auto reset.
I thought he was going to play knight g5. But
He has
played
played
d1.
the incredibly tactically gifted Hikaru Nakamura. Missed a
the direct
tactical
win, but it looks like MVL did not see it either, and he moved his rook over, and this position is busted all kinds of different ways. By the way, he can now play d5.
I thought knight e5 and knight takes c6 was a move
And
that you would play.
we also said knight g5 was good right away.
Knight
It
g5
was
is
all of it
excellent.
was good. This
All
is the most
good.
killing, but d5 is totally killing.
Now?
d5, yes, and now he's playing knight g5, queen h4. The point of the d5 move is to prevent you from being able to take on e4, but here we go. He's played another way.
G3, queen h6. The queen looks terrible.
It is
on
terrible.
h6.
He just
That
played knight
poor
takes
queen,
e6,
knight takes
knight
e6,
f7.
knight f7.
e6.
All of it's busted.
All of it's good. He had it.
It's games. It's lights out. Knight takes e6, guys.
Knight-
And he's reaching for it.
No, f7. What's wrong?
Knight
with
takes
taking-
f7.
Don't you want to take the
They
f7?
both
pawn?
look so good.
And he's
Crunch.
taken. Oh, by the way, queen takes h3, bishop g4.
Queen h3 played.
Bishop g4.
Ooh,
Bishop g4.
Nasty.
We have a new Grand Chess Tour champion.
Missed it.
I can't believe he missed
No.
He missed it.
Bishop
I mean, he's still
Why
crushing.
isn't-
Why
but
isn't bishop f1 good?
it. Queen h5.
That's true. Queen h5. Yeah.
And you're still in the. Well, bishop e2.
You do it again.
yes,
Queen
Bishop E2 does it
Bishop
again.
H3.
e2, queen h3.
He's
There it
doing it.
is.
Here we
Bishop
go.
G4.
He's doing it.
Now
Next thing
bishop
going
g4.
back.
Bishop g4. He's
Bishop
going, he's
G4.
got it. You can't take.
Yeah.
And there it is.
That's it.
That's
there
Got
it
to
is.
resign after that move.
That's
Trapped
the
the lady.
cruncher.
Queen g4.
Bone
Whoa.
cruncher indeed. Resigns.
And
What a
we
way
have
to
a
win the Grand Chess Tour.
That's right. We have a Grand Chess Tour champion, everyone. He